Mr. Intervention. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick, aka Mr. Intervention, back again. And oh boy, it is playoff time. Now we just got to figure out who we're going to be facing. But first, most importantly, let's look at the player of the awards to finish up the season. Week 17 had Sharper at linebacker for the Texans, 11 tackles and a sack, while Ben Lieber, that big threat there over in the Charger area, 9 tackles, 1 sack, and an interception. Sean Alexander ran hard and played hard as a receiver, getting a combined of 244 yards from both the ground and the air, scoring 4 touchdowns, 2 apiece, while Matt Hasselbeck for the Seahawks also with 15 completions, 23 pass attempts, 306 yards, and 4 passing touchdowns, 2 of those going to Alexander. So definitely a big thing there. So let's go ahead and skip to the playoffs here and see what our trophies are going to be for that. So we've got ourselves the wild card round. We will be skipping that, and we'll see who that's going to be next, as we'll go back to the player awards real quick and we'll see nothing new. But season awards, most valuable player goes to Michael Vick, 143 completions, 250 attempts, 2,200 yards, and 24 touchdowns with a passer rating just under 100. Steve McNair, Offensive Player of the Year, with 4,200 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, and a 108 quarterback rating there. Jimmy Sharper, Defensive Player of the Year, with 7.5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 5 forced fumbles, and 119 tackles on the year. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Edmund Sharp, who was $299 for 503, 3,400 yards, 21 touchdowns, a QB rating of 85 there. Charles Sparks, Defensive Rookie of the Year, with 101 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. Rushing title goes to Michael Vick, so the quarterback wins the rushing title with quite a bit there. And then we'll check out the Super Bowl MVP when that happens. We're going to see if we can combine the entire playoff in this one video. We'll find out. Just depends on how my day goes. But if we don't finish it now, we'll probably just have to have a Super Bowl video there. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead on this. And looks like we'll be taking on the St. Louis Rams in this one. So this is going to be a fun one. So let's see who we got left. It's going to be Cincinnati and Tennessee, Kansas City and New England, St. Louis and Detroit, and Green Bay and Seattle. So definitely a big one. The teams that didn't make it, Baltimore, Denver, Philly, and Atlanta. And I'm actually surprised that Green Bay beat Philadelphia, but they did. So we'll definitely be looking toward Green Bay. If they can actually pull it out and win it, we'll have an NFC North battle if we can beat the Rams. So we're going to see how well things are going to go here. So let's go ahead and we'll back out of this so we don't see the scores and cheat that way. But let's go ahead and get into it. St. Louis Rams will be facing the Detroit Lions. This will be the divisional round, and we'll be seeing who can come out on top there. That game is going to be next. We'll see you in just a minute. And before we forget, we'll take a look at who we are going to be facing on the field. Mark Bulger is going to be the starting quarterback for the Rams in this one. And then their halfback is going to be the Hall of Fame running back himself, Marshall Faulk. And we definitely got to look at their receiving core Shades of the former greatest show on turf. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce are going to be in there. They've also got Spencer Walters, the rookie, Quentin McCord, and Mike Fury, who could be out there. They've also got tight end Clayton Medina. They may be targeting him as well. As for the defensive side of things, Ryan Pickett and Damian Lewis are going to be the top two guys there that we've got to watch out for. Linebacking core, Pisa Tinasamoa is going to be the outside linebacker that we'll have to look out for, as well as Tommy Poley. Inside linebacker is going to be Robert Thomas in this one. Cornerbacks to watch out for, Samari Roll, who is a big name back in this time. Travis Fisher is also going to be there to help out. Adam Archuleta is going to be the big, strong safety we have to avoid. And Aeneas Williams, the wily veteran, is going to be back there. So if we throw the ball near him, he'll probably get it. Jeff Wilkins will be kicking the football for him. And Sean Landetta, hopefully, will get a lot of practice today if we can help it. Let's try and see if we can take advantage of this setup and game time. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, and the Detroit Lions are in the playoffs. And with the big run that we had in the season, with only a single loss to our name, we got to see if we can keep that single loss in that column and make this a grand run for Detroit. As Michael Vick, coming over from Atlanta, has made a big splash. We'll see if our offense can outgun their offense, and we'll see if our defense can make more plays than their defense. As according to the ratings, their defense is little to nothing. So let's see what we got here. As we're gonna have to switch around some of our guys. I can already see somebody that's not in a position he should be. Michael Vick just don't want to walk out there, but they'll do the coin toss, and Rams will get it. And we're going to take north side. And after getting our guys set back where we want them, ready to start this football game, as the Detroit Lions Season 2 playoffs are underway. As this will be a deep kick from Hansen. He's going to put that one in the end zone, and Teddy Lehman tries to make tackle, can't do it. But we do have somebody that can, Walker, with the tackle, ball at the 22-yard line, as Buckhalter couldn't bring that one out as far as he wanted to, but at least it's decent field position. Let's see what Bulger can pull up here in this one. As Falk back there, single back. Strong to the left. Let's see what they do. Run or pass here, which both are good options. That's going to be the controller pausing on me there. And Smith in front of that one. Nice play there by Keith Smith as he swatted that one. Bulger will hand this off as Falk's going to find his way to left, and he'll get 4 yards there. And Vic will hand this off. Johnson's going to get it, and he'll go upfield for 4 yards. Not a bad start. See if we can get Vic involved early in this one, as we'll throw this one left. Rogers will get it. He'll lower the shoulder, take the hit, and that'll be a first down. Good gain of maybe about 8 there. Vic's going to give the handoff to Johnson. Johnson barely able to get a couple of yards there. Fisher was there to make the stop. Back to pass on this one. And Williams, oh man, good play there. The linebacker was aware of that pass coming over the middle. Vic will probably just do his normal thing here, and we'll roll out. Vic is going to take off. He's going to go for the sideline, and he'll step out of bounds. First down, Lions. And that'll take care of that. As Vic, 6 foot, 215, fifth-year pro. As sadly his run with the Falcons was not as long as it could have been, thanks to some personal issues we'll not talk about. As that pass intended for Moss, but no go on that one. 2nd and 10 now. We go back to pass here. We'll throw this one. Oh, tried to hit Moss on that one, but Vic missed his target. Back to pass on this one. They're going to blitz. Vic is going to have to get out of there. He's going to have to lunge for the first down. He's going to be close. Let's see where they mark this football. And he might have had it. He might have got it. Michael Vick. Look at him. He wants to win something. As we were being heavily blitzed there from the secondary, Vic took off. He had a long way to go, but he was able to put the football down. 10 yards and a first down. Way to go, Vic. And we're going to hand this one off. Johnson will get about a yard there. That's it. Yep. Back to pass on this one. Gonna fire that one in. Tight window there. Tried to hit Charles Rogers. Couldn't do it. 3rd and 9 now. Back to pass here on this one. Gonna launch this one toward the corner in the end zone, and Charles Rogers is gonna bring that one down. Touchdown, Lions. So the first drive, some off and on gameplay there, but Vic able to complete another pass, and that one for a score. Charles Rogers is the man right now. Gonna have to have the Lions defense play some good football. Split backs here for Bulger as the Rams go for their second drive attempt here, and they will hand off to Falk. That's a good option, and he'll get 8 on that one. Marshall Falk originally played for the Indianapolis Colts, and the Rams picked him up, and he turned into a very good receiving back as well as a running back. So in the air and the ground, Marshall Falk made it a way for halfbacks to be involved even in the pass game, as that is going to be Falk breaking a tackle. That happens quite a bit. Now he's got the lane all the way down the sideline. Nobody's over there. That's a touchdown. Marshall Falk is going to tie this football game up, at least with the extra point anyway. There we go. 1st and 10 now. Ball at the 20 as we get the touchback. That's going to be a handoff there, and Johnson's going to get upfield for 7 yards. Couldn't stiff arm the guy like I wanted to, but oh well. And hand that off, and Johnson's going to get enough room there, and he'll get about 5 yards that time. That's a first down. Ball at the 35-yard line, and Vic is going to roll out left. He'll dump it off there. Rogers has got it, and he'll get most of it, 8 yards there. So Vic and Bulger on the previous season, you see 83.6 rating, 222 yards for Bulger, and then Vic had 226 with the Falcons previously. Back to pass there, and Vic will just take off. Vic is going to have plenty of room here, and we'll slide down past the 40. And since Vic gave himself up in the field of play, clock's going to keep going. Back to pass here. Vic will take off, and he's going to find a little room. A couple yards that time, but probably could have did a little better on the run, but that's what we were given. 2nd and 8 now. Back to pass this time. No time to look for Rogers as Vic had no time. And that is going to be Eric Flowers that come up the middle there. And did not happen. All right, 3rd and 15, and that is going to be the last. And no time there for Vic as Vic was heavily blitzed. That is another sack for the Rams. As that's going to be Aeneas Williams who came up on the blitz. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Lions and Rams are in a little bit of a shootout. Scores tied, 7 apiece after 1. So first down for the Rams. As they're looking to see what they can do this time. Single back, two tight ends left. And Bulger's going to toss left. And that's going to Falk, and he's going to get taken down there. Tyrone Carter with the stop as he's now got 4 rushes, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Marshall Falk is tough to stop. I formation, strong to the left with 2 receivers right, and Bulger's going to throw that now, and that one's swatted. Keith Smith over there again making his best impression of Fernando Bryant today. And there's going to be a handoff, and Falk will be stopped just shy of the marker. I'll toss this one out to Johnson. Johnson's going to have a little bit of speed to get around the edge, and he'll get 7 yards there. Player couldn't get his ankles, so he got through for good yards. I didn't think that play was going to work, but it did. So he's averaging 5 a carry at the moment. At least he was until that, and Vic's going to land on the football. Ooh, that was a couple yard loss, or a few yard loss there as Vic found it. Too bad he couldn't pick it up and run himself, as Johnson's had some trouble this year with keeping the football in his arms. Let's see what we got this time. Vic's going to roll out. Roy Williams might have a step, but we're just going to take the safe bet here. 1st and 10 now. And Lions are going to see what they can do here. Going to fire that one and could not get Moss. Moss dropped it. So 2nd and 10 now. Vic going to back up. Throw that one left. That is going to go off the hands of Charles. Incomplete. As if this gets blitzed, we'll have to just lob it. We're going to have to lob this one deep, and that is going to be caught by Roy Williams. That was my escape plan. Roy Williams with the first catch of the day, and that's going to be a good one. That'll put him inside the red zone and the 10, 1st and goal. As now Vic with 62 passing yards on the day. Roy Williams with a 26-yard reception, and it's good for a 1st down. Ball at the 6-yard line now. Vic's going to roll out. He's going to take off. He'll find the end zone and baseball slide. He's safe, and that's a touchdown. 13-7. Now the score. Lions retake the lead as number 7 being worn by the fans, and Michael Vick thanking God for that one. Oh man, what a play. Split backs for Bulger as Bruce goes in motion yet again. Back to pass for Bulger. He's going to throw that one. That's a good throw there, as that is going to be close to a 1st down. And I'll hand this one off, and Marshall Fox is going to get a few yards there. Yes, there's some stats that popped up there that we'll have to probably do later. And I'll hand off again, and Falk will get almost nothing that time. And Bulger's going to throw this one, and Keith Smith in front of it. That's a swat. So the Rams trying to no-huddle offense, and Bulger just couldn't do it. So you're going to see if we can get some offense going this time, as Johnson's going to get the edge, and he'll get shoved out of bounds after 4. Back to pass here. You'll throw that one short to Santana, at least get him a catch there. 3rd and 4 now. Vic going to take off, and he's going to do it a little different than he normally does, but that's a 1st down, and that'll be 2-minute warning, so we'll just have to wait. So he's been doing pretty good today. Johnson will get the handoff. We got some blocking here, as that is going to be a stiff arm, and he'll run out of bounds. 7-yard gain there. Take advantage of it here as Vic will hand this off. Johnson will go nowhere that time. 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and 6 now, looking to see what we can do. About 1:40 left in the half, as we'll throw that, and Charles Rogers has got another catch. That'll be a 1st down. Back to pass here on that one. And Vic will just take off this time, and he'll get that one down. We'll call the first time out. 1:17 left in the half. 2nd and 1 now. Vic's going to roll out here. And, whoa, Vic's going to get taken down. The corner decided he wanted to make a play there. That's Travis Fisher is going to get that sack. Less than a minute to go as Vic goes back to pass. He'll throw that one. Rogers has got it. He'll go out of bounds. Thrown to 7 times, 5 catches, 54 yards for Charles Rogers today, as he's been doing everything he possibly can to help out. Back to pass on this one. Trying to fire that one to Moss, and that one's swatted. Good play. I think that was Kelly. Gonna go back to pass on this one. Gonna fire this one towards Rogers. That corner route's gonna work out, and Rogers able to get out of bounds. 41 seconds left on the clock as Vic hits him again on that corner route. Very good throw there, as that'll be inside the red zone. 1st and 10 now. Back to pass on this one. We're going to launch this one, try to get that Ty Streets. That's going to be interrupted and intercepted. As, we got a return here, and Vic's going to have to make the tackle. And hand that one off. Johnson's going to get it, and he'll get a yard there. That's it. So we'll just let the clock run down, and that will be the end of the first half of football. Lions lead the Rams by 7, 14-7. After 1 half. So we'll get to the halftime show and see how these teams have fared so far. But the major problem has been the near turnovers we've had. Had 1 turnover via interception and 1 fumble. Thankfully that was picked up, but that could be the difference today, may not be. Marshall Faulk, 90 yards and a rushing touchdown. Vic, 80 in a rushing touchdown. Samari Roll has got 6 tackles today as the Lions have held possession of football majority of the game. 230 yards to the Rams 101, as it's been a good day in both the air and the ground, as Vic's got 112 yards and a touchdown passing. So Vic has got both scores today. As you see the highlights for the first one, Marshall Faulk with that big run that he made. That has pretty much been the majority of the rush for the Rams today. They've not really relied on the rush as much as possible in this game. Wilkinson gets a sack before the half. Fisher and Flowers are 2 of the Rams that have sacks today. But the Rams, I believe, have like 3, maybe 4 sacks on the day so far. And that has been what has been a really good game for the Rams, as you see the Samari Roll interception there, and that is pretty much what ends the first half. As we take a look at the halftime hero, it is going to be Michael Vick, who's got both scores, 8 for 16, 112 yards and a touchdown, 1 interception, 1 rushing and 1 passing touchdown today. So it's how things have gone so far. Let's go ahead and hit the pause button there by accident. So Wilkins ready to kick this one off. Third quarter, second half of football underway, as we'll let that one go. Touchback. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this one and let them part the waters here. We'll run the ball up the gut. That's going to be a big hole. 4 yards for Johnson. Couldn't really break any tackles that time. As Vic will hand this off, and Johnson's going to plow through one guy, and then he's going to get tracked down from behind. Samari roll again over there around the football, as he's one of the two guys that made the tackle. As Johnson was able to find a hole and lowered his shoulder and put a ram to his back. Michael Vick going to roll out here. Vick's going to take off. He'll slide down near midfield, and that's a first down. Good job for Michael Vick to make that happen. 1st and 10 now. Vick is going to roll out here, and he's going to have to take off. And linebacker will get him. 7-yard gain there. We'll see if we can open things up here for Moss. Might be able to get something there. Vick will throw that, and Moss is going to be a little out of reach here. 3rd and 3 now, as we will see what we can do this time, as Vick's going to roll out. Vick will take off. He'll slide down. We'll just get a few yards that time. First down. And now 107 yards for Michael Vick on the day. 1st and 10 now, and Vick will roll out again. This time he's going to take off the gut, as he had a little bit of pressure there on that one side. We'll play action here and then launch that one toward the end zone, and that's a little out of reach here for Moss. 2nd and 10 now. Vick back to pass here. He's going to throw that one to Rogers short. Short passes have worked today, especially when Rogers is involved. That is another catch. And Vick is almost 50%, just shy of it. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception on the day. See what Vick's got this time. We'll just take off and get the first down. Go ahead and get that taken care of. See what we got this time. 1st and goal. See if we can launch that one toward Moss. And he's got it in a crowd. Touchdown. Somehow Vick threw it not where I wanted to, but he found his man. As he got jammed up and different route than he wanted, but Samari Roll could not get that one. So Moss now with a touchdown. That's his 2nd catch. He's total 10 yards. And now a touchdown on the day. So Moss getting involved here as the Rams watch the lead grow. And this one's going to be up, in, and good. Lions go 11 plays, 80 yards. About 3 minutes of football, and they score. As they're going to get no return that time. 24-yard line. As we look at the Rams' possession so far, punt, then the rushing touchdown for Falk, and then 3 more punts in a row. So their defense is rated low, but their offense is rated not good enough right now. Because even when the Rams won the championship, they won the Super Bowl against Tennessee, their defense was playing just good enough to win it. As Torrey Holt goes in motion, there's a handoff for Falk. That's going to be scary, and he'll get 8 yards. That is the only score for the Rams in this game. As they're looking, and they're going to toss that one out to Falk, and Falk will get just enough for the first down. I do enjoy the gold and the blue of the Rams. Just not as much of the fan of the yellow, and the white is a good throwback, but just not really fond of it as well either. As that is going to be a good throw there. Dre Bly unable to get that one, but Holt gets it. 1st and 10 now, split backs for Bolgers. He's going to be moving Walters in motion. See what Bolgers got playing this time, as he's going to throw that one to the right, and then it's caught. Keith Smith can't make a play on it. That'll be a 3-yard gain. The Rams, 3 tight ends in there, as they're going to actually throw this one over the middle, and that is going to be caught. 1st and 10 now. Rams are driving here, trying to cut down that lead a bit if they can, as that is a good stop on Marshall Falk as he goes up the gut for only a couple. Single back with 2 tight ends to the left. They'll give that to Falk again, and Falk will be double teamed Only another yard there as Boss Bailey was over there. He's got 177 tackles at this point. 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and a recovery. 3rd and 7 now for the Rams. Single back. They've got trips left as Bulger is going to move Bruce in motion. Back to pass here for Bulger. He's going to fire that one deep, and then it's going to be Chris Cash in front of it. That is going to be incomplete, as I wanted that one, but it did not happen. 4th down now, and the Rams got to figure out what they're going to do. They'll try a field goal. As this will be up, and that'll be off the upright. No good. He could not get it. He had the distance, but he just needed a little more to the left. That one had it. He just banked right off the upright. So Wilkins is not going to narrow this lead a bit at all. 1st down now for Detroit. Ball at the 40-yard line is. That'll be a handoff for Johnson, and he'll get 2 yards there. Actually, we'll run him that way. 2nd and 8 now. I'm going to go back to pass on this one. We'll launch this one deep. Let's see if Roy's got it. He will get it. And looky, Roy Williams has got a touchdown. Michael Vick took advantage of the personnel as they were closing in for a big, heavy blitz. And Roy Williams was able to get on the inside of his man as he was lined up in the slot. And he could not catch him. The speedy Roy Williams able to get all the way downfield for the touchdown, and that is going to bring the end of the 3rd quarter here as soon as Hansen puts this one through the uprights. Barring any kind of miraculous catastrophe here, and there will be none. Up, in, and good. Detroit now extending the lead 28-7. 2 plays, 60 yards, and Vick delivers a bomb to Roy Williams. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Rams are finding their playoff and Super Bowl dreams coming near to an end as 3rd quarter comes to an end. Nearly 30 points there. 28-7 the score as Hansen is going to put this one downfield. Bulger with an empty backfield, and he's going to try and step up, and he's going to run for about 8 yards there. Looking to see what this drive is going to be about as Medina is going to go in motion. That was the guy that probably made the catch earlier. And Falk cannot get out of the backfield. Too much pressure as David Thornton was all over him. Bulger offset out of there. He'll toss that out. And Falk can't get around David Thornton. It was there again. That's what I wanted that man for when we got him in free agency, was run stopping. And boy, is he working. All right, going to move Alexander in motion here and see if we can open up Johnson on this toss here as we're going to toss out, and he's going to get brought down quickly. 2nd and 14 now as Vick is going to roll out here to the left side, and he's going to take off. And I could not get my receiver to block there, but he got as far as he could. 3rd and 2 now. See if we can get the last 2 yards. As Vick has got 14 rushes today, almost 10 yards a carry. And that's going to go up the gut. Johnson's going to run over one guy. He'll get past the line logo for a 1st down. Johnson's running hard up the gut today as the Rams have almost given up 400 yards already on the day, as that was a strong run. 14-yard gain there for him. As the Rams looking to see what they can do defensively this time. Johnson will hand that one off. There's going to be a lot of room there. Johnson tries to stiff arm one guy, but 2 guys are on him. That's a big run there, about 20 plus. And that's a big 1st down. Larry Johnson's running hard for us as he wants to keep that starting spot next year. So 1st and 10, ball at the 23-yard line. Larry Johnson now 91 yards. Let's see if we can get him 100 today. As that'll be a good handoff there for Johnson. He's going to plow past a few guys, 4 yards. So he's got about 5 more to go on the day before he gets 100. We'll run him one more time and then give him a rest and see if we can do something else. Maybe with Bryson. As that'll be a good handoff there. Johnson can't quite get past the D-back, and that's going to be Aeneas Williams that tracked him down. That's a good loss. The Rams will be going home most likely. As Vic will hand this one off. Good blocks on that side. As Johnson will get close, but not quite enough for the 1st down. That's okay, though. Thanks to his running today, his hard running is giving him 100 yards rushing on the day. That's perfect 5 yards per carry average. As Jason Hanson will line up for an easy 31-yard field goal. And this one will be up, in, and good. Jason Hanson's done his job today. 8 plays, 54 yards. That'll be 3 more points for the Lions, as the Rams defense has just not done a good enough job today. 400 yards against the defense today, as Hanson puts up 3 for the Lions, and that'll extend this lead and most likely be the final nail in the coffin. 2:08 left in this game, and barring some kind of complete and utter blow up by the Lions, this game is over. And that is going to be a sack. As coverage sack there as Bulger goes down. That's going to be the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Empty backfield, 5 wide, and that's going to be a deep throw, and that is going to be too far. Torrey Holt could not be close enough to that one. Chant of defense ringing around the arena as the Lions faithful happy about the results so far. As that one's going to be deflected. Rogers was in front of that one as the big man was able to swat it. Trips right, single back for Bulger, as he's got to make something happen here. That's going to be a throw over the middle, and that is off the hands of Torrey Holt. That is incomplete and a turnover on downs. As Hanson goes for his 2nd attempt here. As that should be the best kick possible, and it is up, in, and good just inside the upright. 4 plays, only 6 yards needed to go, and we got 3 more points. So here we go, 1st down for the Rams. Ball at the 23. And Bulger goes back to pass. He'll throw that left, and that is caught. 1st and 10 now. And they're going to go throw that one. That one's actually caught that time. Isaac Bruce has got one, as they're now in line territory about the 40. And that's going to be thrown. That's going to be incomplete. Tried to go to Holt, but Holt has not been consistent today, as Medina is mad. Ball at the 41, and Bulger's going to roll out. Throw this one deep, and Keith Smith nearly had an interception, but he could not handle it. And they'll fake the handoff there. That was going to be dumped off, but that's out of bounds. Again, it goes to Holt, but again, it's incomplete. 4th and 10, single back, trips left here for Bulger. This could be the last opportunity as he goes back to pass. He's going to throw that one, and that one is picked off. Tyrone Carter's got an interception, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds. That is going to be the ball game. And Michael Vick is going to sit on the football. That is going to be it. Ball game. Lions come home for the first playoff game, and they win big, 34-7, the final score over the St. Louis Rams. Rams unable to really do anything in this game, as the Lions played just good enough defense to stall them out, but good enough offense to be able to outrun the former greatest show on turf. as we check out the post-game show. This was a real good game for Detroit. Lions with 428 yards total offense, 242 yards rushing between Johnson's 106 and Michael Vick's 130 plus. As this was a good day, as Johnson was doing everything he can to move the football downfield. Vick was doing everything he could to keep the drives alive. Vick's got 186 yards passing on the day, 3 passing touchdowns. So really good day for him as he was able to find the end zone a number of times. And then you see that I found Roy Williams, who had 84 yards and a touchdown today. Santana Moss, not many yards today, but he was able to actually get everything he possibly could. You see Johnson with one of his big runs on the day, able to advance the football. And then Jason Hanson, our utility kicker, making the kicks that needed to happen today to help increase the lead, as he was 2 for 2 on the day. Wilkins, the Rams kicker, was unable to really do anything as he missed his one attempt. So Santana Moss didn't really see the yards that we would have liked to have given him today, but he did his job. He was able to make himself get open when he could, and we was able to find him for a touchdown, as Michael Vick will be the player of the game, as he ends the day with a pretty good pass rating, as well as he ends up being 11 for 21, 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. We'll check the final stats here. A 102.4 rating, 52% on the day. Mark Bulger, though, 22.3, 6 for 20 on the day, 77 yards and 1 interception. Vick was 3 touchdowns, 1 interception on the day, as both quarterbacks got sacked at least twice. Vick had 3 sacks against him on this day, as Marshall Faulk had a pretty good day, 13 yards, or 13 attempts, 103 yards and a touchdown. Larry Johnson, 23 yards, 23 attempts, 106 yards, no touchdowns today, but he was the back that was pretty much trying to keep everybody off of Vick. Vick, 136 yards and out of the 15 attempts, and a rushing touchdown as well on this one. Receiving wise, Charles Rogers is the big target, 7 catches, 92 yards. He had a touchdown, as well as Torrey Holt with a couple of catches for 24. Walters, a couple of catches for 20. Roy Williams, a couple of catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Santana Moss, a couple of catches for 10 yards and a touchdown. Medina had a catch for 14, and Isaac Bruce had a catch for 16 as well. Defensively, Fisher and Roll were all over the place. Samori Roll with 8 tackles and 2 assisted. Aeneas Williams with 7 tackles and a sack. Tino Samoa with 5. Trotter with 5 on the day, as Lehman had 4 and assisted. Thornton had 4 tackles today. Dre Bly had 3. Flowers had a couple of tackles and a sack. Couple for Poli Archuleta, as well as Gross and Fisher and Vargas, as the number of other guys made some tackles today, as well as sacks on the day. Fisher, Aeneas Williams, Flowers for St. Louis, while Detroit's Hall and Wilkins were able to make sacks as well today. Kicking wise, Jason Hanson hit both of his, while Wilkins missed the one kick he needed to try and make, but it was a foregone conclusion anyway, as the Lions win big in their home stadium. So they'll be advancing on this one. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys stay tuned for more, as we'll try to get the playoffs finished today and move on to other things. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick, aka Mr. Intervention, back again. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the player awards for the playoffs, because we have playoff prime time players. We got Chiefs Vegeta, got 15 tackles, 2 sacks, and Sharper back there, strong safety spot. He's got 12 tackles, a half sack, 2 interceptions, so he had a big day. And Ray Lewis 31 attempts, 157 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 91 receiving yards, and 2 catches for touchdowns. And then Perry, the halfback for the Bengals, 17 attempts, 105 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 22 receiving yards, and a receiving touchdown. So a 4-touchdown day in the wild card for him. That helped out. Division championship, Keith Bullock, 10 tackles, 3 of those being sacks. And then Willie McGinnis got 12 tackles, a sack, and an interception. Then Michael Vick, 11 for 21 in the division, 186 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 136 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. Then Tom Brady, 25 for 37, 326 yards, and 2 passing TDs. And now it's the conference championship and then the Super Bowl. So let's see if we can get ourselves into the big game. We're taking on the Seattle Seahawks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the injuries. As you know, Fernando Bryant could be returning this week, hopefully, but we know Kevin Jones is out for the remainder of the season, so definitely sucks there. But as for the Seahawks have Brandon Mitchell, who could be coming back from that pinched nerve in the back. So we'll be looking to see how well things go there. And we are going to be the second game. Cincy and Kansas City advanced. Seattle and Detroit advanced. And we're going to see which 2 teams are going to meet up in the Super Bowl. Will it be the Bengals and Seahawks? Will it be the Bengals and Lions? Will it be the Chiefs and Seahawks? Or the Chiefs and Lions? We'll find out here in a bit. Let's go ahead and get to the players that will be facing in this game. The Seahawks are going to be a little tough matchup here. They got Matt Hasselbeck, veteran quarterback, who's definitely pretty good about putting the ball where it needs to go. Sean Alexander is a halfback. He's a tough runner. We're going to have to make sure we keep him contained. Max Strong's going to be back there to help block for him. Corin Robinson, Darrell Jackson, and Bobby Ingram going to be the 1, 2, and 3 receiving targets for this team. While tight end Marvin Kelly, the rookie, is going to be out there just in case. Going to be tough to get past their line in this matchup, but hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of what's going on here. Big guy we got to watch out for, Anthony Simmons, and Chad Brown. He's the other outside linebacker that we'll have to watch out for. Inside linebackers, Solomon Bates is going to be trouble against us. The cornerbacks, Bobby Taylor and Marcus Trufant, are going to be tough matchups for us, so we'll hopefully see if we can make something happen this one. As for kickers, Josh Brown's going to be the kicker today, and then the punter is going to be Nick Harris. So we'll be looking to see if we can hopefully take advantage of the matchups that we've got going here. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Seahawks, Lions. That matchup is next. The road to the Super Bowl is traveling through Detroit. We're going to see if we've got one more win in us here at home, as the Ford Field fans are ready to watch their team make another stand. This will be to see who goes to the Super Bowl. So for the last game in Detroit, let's make it a good one. Best in the NFC, Seattle Seahawks and Detroit Lions. That matchup is going to be coming up here in just a few minutes as the fans get psyched, the players get amped up and ready, as we'll be looking to see how well things go. As Matt Hasselbeck out there looking at our backup. I'll have to change that stuff again. I forget during the playoffs it does change the depth chart for a bit, but no big deal. Seahawks going to take the ball. We're going to put the north side. So let's fix some things and be right back. All right, so making a few adjustments. We're going to see if we can actually get Santana Moss a little more involved in this game as well, as Jason Hanson will kick this football. And this ball game is officially underway as the Seahawks will try and see if they can get a return here. And Teddy Lehman making his way back there to make the tackle, 25-yard line. So Hasselback will see what he can do with the football on the first drive of the football game. Split backs right now. Strong and Alexander are the two backs. Kelly Jackson and Robinson are the receivers that are out wide. Hasselback's going to throw on first down, and he's going to get sacked. That was Robert Porcher that said hello to the quarterback and said it early. That man just about speared him. Sheesh, what a hit. Game offset eye this time for Hasselback. What they do here, they'll throw it, and then it's going to be caught. Great catch there. Bunch left for him here, single back, and they will hand off. And Alexander is going to go nowhere. 1 yard is all he'll get. Roberts, one of the guys was over there that made that one. And ladies and gentlemen, in this Lion fan peanut time. Split backs here for Hasselback. He rolls out. He's going to throw that one, and then it's going to be caught. Vargas able to adjust and makes the tackle there. It's another catch for Robinson. As you see him lined up, postseason wise, he's got 112 total yards. Not sure how many touchdowns he's got, but he's probably got a number of them. As that is going to be a handoff to Alexander. Alexander is going to find room around the left-hand side. David Thornton will shove him out of bounds as they get inside the red zone. So 1st and 10 now. Ball about the 12-yard line. Offset eye here for Hasselback. We'll see what they do. Short drop, and that is going to be a touchdown grab. Jackson in front of that football. Got his hands around it. Mike Holmgren is happy. Let's see if we can get Larry Johnson involved early in this football game. As we'll move Butler in motion here. We'll run this one in. Johnson able to avoid the first guy, but not much there. 2 yards as they had the edge contained quite a bit there. Vick goes back to pass. He's going to have to take off. His options were not there. He'll dive for the first down. Michael Vick already getting things started as we look at him. 6 foot, 215, fifth-year man out of Virginia Tech. Definitely a good player for the Hokies back in his day. And it was definitely a fun time seeing him make all that success. 1st and 10 now, and let's see how they handle the rollout as Vick will roll out here. I'll throw that one to Rogers, and in and out of the hands. 2nd and 10 now. I'm going to roll out again. This time Vick will just have to get some positive yards. They had him contained there, but that's all right. Back to pass on this one. I'll throw that to the left. Stephen Alexander's got it. He's going to plow through one guy and get a couple extra yards there. Stephen Alexander's been a good target when we can find him. We'll run the sweep here. Johnson's going to be able to get something here. He'll stiff arm one guy and get 8 yards. Solid carry there for the big man, but he should be able to get this one. We'll run the draw, and he's going to carry forward for a yard. So not the best there, but that's okay. Back to pass on this. Vick's going to look left, and he'll find Rogers, and Rogers does not make the catch in bounds. Run that dive, and Bryson's going to go up the middle. He'll get a couple yards. Not a bad start there for him. All right, going to roll out here on this one. And throw it to Rogers. He will get that, and that'll be in bounds. That's a first down. Let's go ahead and run this again, as there's some stats popped up that I will give to you later. Here too. As he's lining up on the inside this time. Moss is going to get it. He'll run over a guy, and he's going to plow his way forward. Almost got the end zone, but he'll be taken down about the 1 yard line. Let's go ahead and no huddle again one more time. And we'll draw. Bryson will get it, and he's going to stretch across the goal line. Touchdown, Lions. Wilkinson already with a sack today. He's going to be looking to see if he can get another one here as he will roll out. Hasselback looking, is going to find a target. And that's going to be a big catch there. That's another one. Jackson, Ingram, and Robinson are all out there. Single back quads, and they will fake the handoff. Going to throw that left, and that is going to be tipped and intercepted. Ha ha! What a play. Hasselback is not going to be happy about the results of that one, but we'll have to take a look at that again as that one got deflected. Rogers got the hand up, and then Hall, the defensive end, made that one. James Hall with an interception, a rare one, but there he's got one. So here we go. First down, hand that off to Johnson. Johnson will have to just lower the shoulder and get back to the line. Nothing doing. Move Alexander in motion. Join Fitzsimmons and Schlesinger over there. As that is going to be a good handoff there. Johnson's going to have room. He'll stiff arm one guy, stay in bounds, and that'll give him about a good 15 yards. Good carry for him on that one. Brown with a tackle there. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, so it's been a little bit of a contested fight on both sides of the ball for both teams. Lions and Seahawks are tied at 7 after 1. Now the big thing we've got to do is take advantage of this turnover we got and see if we can get some points on the board, hopefully a touchdown, as they're going to adjust here and maybe the wrong way. As Johnson will get the handoff there. He'll plow through one guy and lean forward for 9 yards. That man wants to play some football today as he comes back off the break. A good double team there by the ends as they had them covered. Bates had to make the tackle. And if he didn't, Johnson might have been gone. Down now, only a yard to have to get here. And got a few things we can do. Johnson will get the handoff, and he's going to find room on the outside, and he's going to find the end zone. Larry Johnson, touchdown, Lions. Every so often we can get that to work, and it did here. Larry Johnson with a big run, and he's going to find the edge and then find his way into the end zone. Good block by 65 over there to open him up. So Hasselback's going to have to try and shake off the turnover. I formation for them, strong to the left. See what they do. And I'm thinking they're going to run, but they will not. And Hasselback having to try to make something happen. He gets 7 on that carry. Not bad there. Strong Alexander in the backfield, split back. And they're going to hand that off to Alexander. And he's not going to find room. Porcher in front of him and makes the tackle as David Thornton was doing everything he could to try and contain the man, and they did a good job containing Alexander that time. 3rd and 3. Seahawks looking, 2 tight ends left. They're going to throw that, and it's caught. Dre Bly unable to get in front of it. And that's a first down. Another big first down there. Another great catch by Robinson as he's been doing everything he possibly can to make things happen. So Hasselback now got the ball at the 46-yard line. First down for the Seahawks as the score for the Chiefs and Bengals game pops up. And that is going to be a good carry there for Alexander. 5 yards on that run. That will be a good run every single time. So Alexander in the postseason, 20 carries, 88 yards in the playoffs. Has been doing pretty good. But he's been limited when it came to yards, just not scores. As that is going to be only a couple yards that time. Seahawks in the offset eye to the strong side, left. And Hasselback's going to look. He's going to throw that, and that is amazingly caught. What a catch. One-handed snag, and that's a touchdown. As I missed him with a safety. It was not the guy I wanted. But oh well. Seahawks score again. Hasselback shook off the interception. And I had Tyrone Carter, and I missed him. So Johnson on the day, 54 yards out of 7 carries and a touchdown. Let's see if we can continue the trend of having things happen here with the run game, and that is not going to work out. That got blown up. 2nd and 12 now. Vic is going to roll out, and he's got to run quickly, and he's not going to get much there. That's going to be a sack. As they came hard and fast that time. Bobby Taylor with a sack on Vic as linebacker came through, and Vic had no choice but to run. Back to pass on this one. Let's see if we can get Santana here, and no, just missed him. That is going to be incomplete, and that'll be a punt situation. And they will hand that off, and Alexander's going to find all kinds of room. That is a big gain for 7. So 2nd and 3 now. I formation. Big set with 3 tight ends in there. And they're going to throw that one. That is caught. But just shy of the marker. 3rd down though. As Matt Hasselback is exceptional today. 88% completion. 139 yards. 2 touchdowns. Only the 1 interception that happened off a very difficult play. Shannon defense going through the crowd here at Ford Field as Hasselback's going to throw that, and that is off the hands. Somehow could not catch it, and that'll be 4th down. 4th and 1. Hasselback's going to move Kelly in motion. Short drop there, and that is going to be caught. Good catch there over the middle as Hasselback had to get rid of that one quickly. And that'll be the 2-minute warning, as that'll give them a new set of downs. And you can see Robinson and Jackson combined 5 catches over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's been a good day for them so far as Hasselback will go back to pass again. He's going to find his receiver one more time. That's Ingram. Bobby Ingram made a great catch that time. As the Lions looking to see what they can do here. Hasselback will hand off to Alexander. Only a yard there thanks to Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter career stats at the moment. 14 sacks, 6 forced fumbles. 3 of those recovered and 606 tackles combined. So he's already hit 600 tackles in his career. Single back here, and they will toss that out. And that is Alexander getting past one guy, but only a yard there. Single back, trips left, and Hasselback will throw that over the middle, and that was deflected. Knocked down by Boss Bailey, and Tyrone Carter also got a hand on it. So 4th down, they will have to kick a field goal. Should be an easy field goal for them, and it will be. Up, in, and good. 17-14 the score. Seattle retakes the lead. And 2nd and 20 here. Probably not going to be able to get much out of this, but we'll see what we got, as that is going to be off the hands of a number of guys, incomplete, and that will be the end of the half. So Detroit in a bit of a fight today. It is an offensive slugfest right now as the Seahawks have the lead at the moment. 17-14 over the Lions after one half of football. As we go to the halftime show, let's line up the numbers and see who's doing good, who's not doing so good. As the Lions have 150 yards offense, but the Seahawks 209. They don't need the ball as much as the Lions either to be able to make this happen. Passing yards are definitely different here, as the Seahawks have 163, Lions only with 52 at the moment, as the Seahawks with a number of sacks as well. Hasselbeck 163 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half of football. As we look at some of the highlights, Sean Alexander making things happen in this game as well, as he's got a number of yards. Jackson's got 59 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns on the day, so he's helping his team out for sure. Taylor, Bailey, and Carter all making lots of tackles today. Tubbs with a couple of sacks. Porcher and Taylor each with a sack as well, as Vic has only got 52 yards in the air right now. But it's mainly been running, as they've got over 100 yards combined between Vic and Johnson, as Johnson was able to break free for his score there, as you see on the highlight. As Bryson also with 5 yards and a rushing touchdown. As you can see, one of the touchdowns by Jackson, as he was able to get there in that one. And then you see the field goal there that put the Seahawks up. After one half of football, they have got the lead. It is 17-14, as Vic's been doing everything he possibly can to help this team out, but it's just not working out. I guarantee you Matt Hasselbeck was player of the game, but we'll just go ahead and skip ahead. I got to try to get something going. And let's see what we got. Swinton's going to get this one for a return. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully a good thing, and it'll be 21-yard line, not much. First and 10 here, and Vic is going to fake the handoff. No, he's got to throw that quick. That's going to Roy Williams. Thank goodness he was open, as I had to figure out who was going to be there, and I just hit the button. That one just happened to work, as the Seahawks have been watching, and Vic able to get the ball out of his hands quick enough. That's going to be a first down. Vic's going to roll out left on this, and he's going to have to run for his life. And he's going to get a lot of yards there. That's going to be a lot of yards, 20 plus, as Vic had to escape. And boy, did he ever. That looked like a highlight reel you might see, as the D tackle tried to get him, but Vic was fast enough to get away from him. That is a 27-yard scamper for Vic, as he gave himself up afterwards. 68 yards rushing now with Johnson's 52. That is 120 yards at the moment. As we're going to fake the handoff here. Alexander is going to get open on that right-hand side, but he's not going to be able to handle that fastball. And go back to pass on this one. Throw that over the middle. That's Charles Rogers all day. He's got it. And we'll just run that same play again. Why not? Back to pass on this one. Vic will take off. He'll find the lane, and he'll slide down past the 15. First down. And Johnson's going to get the handoff there. He'll plow through one guy. The other guy gets him. 2nd and 4 now, as he's got 58 yards at the moment. And that'll be a good handoff. Johnson's going to find nothing but green grass ahead of him, and painted grass as well. That is a touchdown. Hasselbeck passing yards so far. Main targets have been over the middle. So it's something we're going to have to watch out for, as Hasselbeck's going to fake. Well, he's not going to fake anything. He's going to hand it to Sean Alexander, and he's going to lose 3 there. Boss Bailey, one of the big men back there. As Hasselbeck is going to short drop this one. That's going to be off Fernando Bryant. We hadn't seen him much this year, at least in the last half of it. 3rd and 13 now, as we look at the sacks here. Porcher with one. Tubbs has got a couple. So, got to see if we can get some more pressure back there. Wilkinson also has a sack, as that is going to be a deep throw and just over the head of Robinson. Incomplete. Hasselback just missed his guy by about a few yards. So, here we go. Trying to see if we can open something here. Oh. Toss that one out to Johnson. He'll run over one guy and get a couple of yards there on that play. As Johnson now with 11 carries, 66 yards. Oh, gosh. And I hit the dumb button, and I did not mean to, but Vic will get some yards. Why not? And they are pressing really hard right now. Vic's going to take off. He'll slide down past midfield. First down there, as he's now got 100 yards on the day. Back to pass here, going to fake the handoff. Alexander will miss that one. He's not had much success today. As Alexander looking for the flag, nothing doing. Move Rogers over, see if we can get something better here. Go back to pass on that. We'll launch it towards him. Let's see if he's got it. He does got it. And he's going to look like he stayed in bounds, but he got it for a big catch and a first down. Huge one. And they'll say he stepped out, though. So that will stop the clock. As Vic just rifled that one. See if we can throw it to Moss. And no, that's going to be intercepted. Oh, man, tried not to throw that one to the man, but threw it right at him. So Vic will throw an interception, and the Seattle Seahawks will take over inside the 10-yard line. First down here for Hasselback. He's going to hand that off, and Thornton's trying to track down Alexander, and he's going to force him out. That is going to be 7 yards, though. Offset eye here. They're going to move Jackson in motion. Back to pass here for Hasselback. He's looking. He's going to fire that one in. Jeremiah Trotter's in front of it. Interception. Hey, we'll take it back. Thank you. We were driving anyway. Jeremiah Trotter just sitting there in the zone. Hasselback looked past him. And then the pass just came right to him. See if we can run the strong wide trap here. Maybe get something going there. As we'll hand that one off, and he'll plow past one guy, get another yard out of it. That'll be 2 yards. Johnson now 12 attempts, 68 yards on the day. He's got 42 yards after the first contact. Couple minutes left here in the third. As Johnson will get the handoff. He'll run over one guy and lower the shoulder and nearly made the whole thing. Just trying to keep that ball secure. See if they'll open up for me like the Red Sea. Let's play the role of Moses, shall we? And we'll hand that off, and not going to happen that time. Now see if we can get the edge. Or at least enough of the edge to get in the end zone. And that will be it. Carried into the end zone by the Seattle defense. And Larry Johnson's got a touchdown. That's going to be a 10-point lead with the extra point pending here. And Hasselback is not happy, as he set this up with an interception. And Johnson and Woody having fun out there. Johnson cut back upfield. That end was not there. 82 yards, and now the third touchdown for Larry Johnson, as he is showing up today in this football game. Now 28-17 the score, as Hasselback has got to get over his demons now. He has got a couple of interceptions that have turned into points for the Lions, as Teddy Lehman makes the tackle there. We'll look at the possessions. Touchdown, interception, touchdown, field goal, punt, then an interception. So it was every other drive up until that interception. Now Hasselback's got to shake off the cobwebs and go back at it again. 1st and 10 out the 24. 2 tight ends in, single back. 2 receivers to the right, and Hasselback will hand that off to Alexander, who's going nowhere. Boss Bailey said no. Big package in here for Hasselback and the Seahawks. 3 tight ends in there. As they're going to go back to pass there. You're going to throw it, and that is going to be caught for Nano Bright over there, but can't make the tackle. And that's going to be a big gain. 1st and 10 here, and Hasselback's going to roll out. And he's going to barely get that off. And the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds just shy of the marker. He had the marker, but then momentum brought him back. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Seahawks with the football, but they got a bit of a ladder to climb. They're down by 11, 28-17 after 3. 2nd and inches here as Kelly goes in motion. And they will hand this off, and Alexander's going to get drugged down. Big penetration there. David Thornton is showcasing his talent at the moment. He's been doing it off and on all day today. 3rd and 4 now as Hasselback's got to get that 1st down. He's going to throw that short. That will be a good catch by Robinson. We'll try a blaze 0 here. Jackson and Rogers competing for most yards and catches. 4 for Jackson, 3 for Rogers. As that is going to be a good handoff for Alexander. He's going to plow through one guy, breaking that tackle, and Keith Smith will make the tackle. Alexander, though, with a big 1st down. 19-yard line, Alexander, 13 attempts, 54 yards. No touchdowns yet today, but he has been helping his team advance. As that is going to be a sack. That is a big sack by a big lion. As Holmgren not happy about that ordeal. Offset eye here, see what they do. Back to pass. Short drop there, and ooh, could not. I wanted that one, and I couldn't hit the button fast enough. That is dropped for an incompletion. 3rd and 16. As we'll just back our guys up. If they get a field goal, okay. But they're going to throw this one. That one, ooh, Dre Bly tried to get that one, but there's a flag down. This could be interference. And actually holding on the defense. So they're going to get the they're going to have the football at the 3-yard line here. 1st and goal here for Hasselback. They've got to punch this thing in. And that's going to be a short drop, and he's going to throw that to the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown. Stevens got it. I tried to bring the house. And a short drop, and a very smart one there for the Seahawks, as they will bring this score even closer. They're going to go for 2, though, here. (28-23) to score. They're looking to make this a 3-point game, and Alexander will get in there. That is going to be 2-point conversion. Successful. Holmgren happy. Lions lead it 28-25 as Vic is going to try and do what he can to make this drive happen. And we'll just get taken down for a sack as the escape hole sealed itself. That's going to be a big sack. 2nd and 12 now. Vic will roll out, and he's going to have to get away, and he can't. Good play by the linebackers. He was spying. Simmons made that happen. That's going to make it 3rd and long now. So 3rd and 13 now. Vic going to go back to pass here. Going to fire that one. That is Rogers who gets it, but I don't know if he got in bounds. Try and run to the line quickly, see if we can get this off. So no challenge there, thank goodness. As Johnson will get that one, he'll run a guy over. Let's go ahead and run that again. Johnson's still not too tired right now, so take advantage. And that'll be a good handoff. Johnson's going to turn back and get upfield a yard. That'll be it there. Got to try and get this one to work. This has worked pretty well most of the day. We'll hand that off, and Johnson's going to find a way forward and get enough yards for the first down. Big one there. We'll hand this off, and Johnson will get tackled back at the line. That's going to be okay. Try and see if we can take advantage of them not paying attention here. We'll see. Vic will roll out. He's going to be able to get away from one guy, but not the other. Ooh, that was a bad one. They're watching Vic closely right now. 3rd and 13, and Vic will hike this one. Throwing that one towards Santana Moss. He's got a big hole and a big catch. Touchdown. Touchdown. What am I saying? Touchdown. First down. Santana Moss. That's exactly why we got that man right there. Just waited, and had just enough room to get that one in there. 2-minute warning. That's going to be, we either going to kill to 2 minutes or we're going to score here, 1-2. And I think scoring might be the best option. Run the trap here as Johnson will plow forward for 6. Johnson now with 20 rushes, 100 yards. He did that exactly last game. He's got 3 touchdowns in this game, though, as that is going to be a handoff, and he's going to lose the 100 yards now. They'll call a timeout. And Vic is going to roll out. He's going to get free, and that'll be a first down inside the red zone. And the Seahawks will call timeout. They have got no more timeouts. Michael Vick ran the ball 9 times, got 108 yards now. Vick going to go back to pass. Whoa. They had a blitzing D-back, and I did not pick up on it in time. I was trying to go for Rodgers out there, but couldn't do it. We are in field goal range, so we could tack on a field goal here in this one, as that'll be a good handoff. Johnson can't get past the one guy. We're going to go back to pass here. We're going to have to run. Vic's going to have to take off. He'll get tackled in bounds, but that's just about the ball game. Hanson will get it. That kick's going to be up, in, and good. So another 3 points for Jason Hanson. 16 plays, 63 yards. And now we just got to make sure that we keep them out of the end zone. As Hanson will kick this one. This one's going to be caught there. And it'll be no return that time. That's going to be the end of the football game. So big shootout here in this one, with the Lions able to overcome. Defense did just enough. Offense did just a bit more. Lions win this one 31-25 over the Seahawks in a well-fought game here. And we will be finding ourselves in the Super Bowl. Lions will make it to the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history. And we'll have to see if we can make it happen by bringing home the Lombardi Trophy to Detroit. 374 yards total for the Lions. The Seahawks, 295. 2 turnovers today for the Seahawks. And that pretty much, it wasn't the main difference, but it was a big difference in this game, as Hasselbeck just couldn't do everything. Tubbs, though, with 2.5 sacks on the day for Seattle. Hasselbeck, 234 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns. So it was an air show for the Seahawks, while the Lions played really good on the ground today. Jackson, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rogers, 78 yards. Stevens had 16 yards on the day as well. As Johnson had 96 yards on the day, 3 touchdowns. So he was in the end zone quite a bit today. So glad to see Larry Johnson able to get over his troubles with the football and keeping it. We'll just have to hope he can continue to do the same in the Super Bowl, as it looks like it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs who will be our opponent. We'll actually check that before we get out of here, as it's been a very, very good season so far. Let's hope we can cap it off and put this franchise on hold to do some other things, as I've got a few plans, and sadly, one of those plans is my Moss journey is going to have to change. As we look at the player of the game, somebody who's not even started at the beginning of the season, Larry Johnson, he'll end the day 22 attempts, 96 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So really good day for him, as Hasselback, a 104.1 rating. He was 14 for 21 on the day, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, while Vic, 54.8 rating, 8 for 17 on the day. So it wasn't the passing that got things done today, as he had 1 interception. Pretty much an off day for him today. Sean Alexander, 13 attempts, 54 yards on the day, while Bryson, 2 carries, 5 yards, and a touchdown. Larry Johnson, 22 for 96 and 3 touchdowns, averaging 4.4 yards per carry. So good job there. Wasn't much passing for Detroit today, but Rogers with 4 catches, 78 yards. No touchdowns, though, while Jackson had 4 catches, 99 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. 4 catches and 63 yards for Robinson, while Kelly, Stevens, and Moss all had 2 catches apiece. Stevens with a couple of catches and a touchdown as well. Stephen Alexander with a catch for 22. Ingram a catch for 11, while Alexander had 1 for 15, and Roy Williams had 1 for 16 as well. Defensively, Taylor, 7 tackles and a sack. Simmons, 6 tackles and a sack. 2.5 sacks for Tubbs today out of 5 tackles. 5 for Hamlin. Drew Fawn had 4 tackles with a couple of sacks. 4 tackles also for James Bailey, Lehman, and Carter, while Bates and Vargas had 3 tackles. And then Bernard, Bly, Porcher, Trotter, and Brown each with a tackle today. 2.5 sacks for Tubbs. Trufant had a couple of sacks. Taylor with a sack. Simmons with a sack. And then Porcher and Hall with a sack, while Pelpoy with a half a sack there. Interceptions on the day. Hall had 1 interception. Jeremiah Trotter had an interception. And then Hamlin had 1 for the Seahawks. Brown and Hanson hit both their field goals today. A 30 and 35 yard attempt for both of them. So really good day for them, hitting their marks where they needed. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick, aka Mr. Intervention, back again. And we're going to try and put all the recordings into one playoff special, because guess what? We have made it to the Super Bowl. And so we're going to go into the player awards for the conference championship just to see how things went there. As Tubbs ended up getting 2.5 sacks for the Seahawks, 5 tackles total, while Hicks for the Chiefs in the AFC Conference Championship, 8 tackles and a sack. So good job by the defensive end there. Larry Johnson popped off, 22 attempts, 96 rushing yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns, one of his best games of the season, while Jackson had 4 receptions, 99 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. So that pretty much did everything there that we needed. Injury report, Kevin Jones is still going to be out for this one. As for the Chiefs are going to have a couple of guys out, Johnny Morton and Kawaki Mitchell are going to be out. So one guy on both sides of the ball. Casey Wigman might be back in this game. So we'll definitely have to see how things will go in this matchup as we check out who we are going to be facing on the field of battle in this one. As Trent Green is going to be the starting quarterback for the Chiefs. And then Priest Holmes, the ever dangerous halfback, is going to be back there looking to see what he can do. Tony Richardson, the fullback. Dante Hall is going to be one of the main targets with Eddie Kinnison, as well as Mark Bowrider. They're going to be the 1, 2, and 3 in this lineup. Tony Gonzalez is going to be the man that we have got to watch out for as well, as he's going to be their centerpiece and their big attack. Will Shields is going to be one of the top guys we have to try and get past, as Brian Waters is also there. John Wellborn and Willie Rofe are going to be the 1, 2 when it comes to the tackles, as Junior Seavi is going to be one of the big defensive tackles with Ryan Sims in there as well, as Eric Hicks as well as Grant Windstrom are going to be the 1 and 2 on the ends. Scott Fujita is going to be the outside linebacker, lined up with Sean Barber, and in between the two, Mike Maslowski. So they have got a good run-stopping core. Eric Warfield is going to be the big guy to watch out for. Dexter McCleon also out there as well. Greg Wesley, the strong safety, is going to be somebody we got to try and avoid, as well as Jerome Woods. So probably no deep balls in this game. Morton Anderson, the wily veteran, is going to be kicking the football for them in this one, while Jason Baker is going to be their punter. So let's get down to business. Kansas City Chiefs and Detroit Lions face off in the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens. That game is next. This is what it all comes down to. Super Bowl time. Best in the AFC face off against the best in the NFC to see who is going to be the top team. This will be Super Bowl 40, as the Lions will make their way onto the field. We're going to look and see if we can try and make something happen as we go into our silver and blue look, as we've always done on the road this year. And then the Chiefs coming out to see if they can bring home the title. Dick Vermeil coming out of the helmet there. He's ready to see if he can lead the charge against our Lions. So, big game here, as we got to see if we can continue with the momentum that we've been doing. So the run game is going to be a key factor in this one. We'll definitely have to try and see where we can use Michael Vick, whether in the air or on the ground. We'll have to try and balance out using him and then using our main backs as we get ready, lining everything up. As we're getting ready for the coin toss here, the little particulars here in the Super Bowl is going to be a bit different and a bit more lengthy. As the referee gets ready, we're going to call tails on this one, not that it matters. And that is going to be heads. Chiefs are going to take it, and we're going to defend north side, so here we go. Here we go. Last game to determine who is going to be the champion of this season. This kick is up, and we are underway as the Chiefs will return this from their own end zone, as George will make a good tackle there. It is going to be down at the 21-yard line, so let's see what the Chiefs do here in this one. It is going to be a very interesting matchup, to say the least, as we have a lot of guys to have to stop. Green looking as he starts off offset eye, one tight end in there. As that is going to be back to pass. He'll throw that one. That is going to be caught. And that is going to be a broken tackle already. And that's just going to be a one-play bomb. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, that was quick. Might as well get the score out of the way, as that was Kennison that made that one. See if we can get Larry Johnson involved early in this game, as we'll move Fitzsimmons in motion. It's first down at the 20-yard line, and Johnson will get the handoff. We're going to go up the gut there for a bit. That'll be 4 yards. Back to pass here on this one, and Vic will just take off. Our options were clogged up, so we just take off. Vic will go back to pass. We're going to throw that one left. That will be off the hands of Rogers. Incomplete. Second and 10 now. And Vic's going to roll out. Vic will take off. And he'll slide down near the 50. First down for Michael Vick there on that one. As we'll toss that out to Johnson. And Johnson can't even get accelerated enough. That's a tackle for loss. As that was Eric Hicks that made that stop. As he plowed through, so no yards on the day so far for Johnson just yet. As Hicks, 6'6", 280, 8-year pro at this point. Back to pass here on this one. Vic will throw this one. That is, off the hands of Rogers. He couldn't quite handle it. 3rd and 14, and going to go back to pass there. He'll throw that one toward Moss. Moss will get it, and he's going to be just shy. 4th and 1 here. Go back to pass, and Vic will take off and get just enough of the first down. The no huddle's been working for us this season. We'll just go with it again. Johnson will run over one guy, but he only gets a yard there, so... You see the man that made the hit, Fajita. He's got 353 tackles at this point, 12 sacks, and he's forced a number of fumbles. See what we got this time. Hopefully a good one there. Is go back to pass. We'll throw that to Moss. Moss has got it short. That's 3rd down now. Just need to get 1 yard here. And that's going to be handoff, and Johnson will swerve his way through traffic. First down. As Johnson in the postseason, 208 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has been doing really good this season, and the last game was for sure one of his better ones, as he'll hand that one off. And Johnson runs straight into a man. Thought we had some room there to get outside, but couldn't do it. So Johnson having one of his worst days right now. So 2nd and 12 now. See what's going to be the options here. Moss might have it, and he will have it. That's a good catch up the middle. And Johnson will get the handoff, and he's going to lower the shoulder only to get one there. If we can get that side. Johnson will get the handoff. He's going to find room, and he's got a touchdown. That is a big one there for Larry Johnson, as that will get us in a position to tie the football game. 7-6 now, as Johnson had the room. And that would have been enough to give him a big game, but, you know, that's all right. 7 carries, 7 yards, and a touchdown. As it is going to be a tough day today, especially if the defenses don't show up like they should. Offset eye again for the Chiefs. Last time they did this, they threw that one in. It went for a score, and they're going to try it again. This time, Bob Vargas is directly in front of it. That is an interception. Trent Green has thrown a touchdown and an interception now, as Green throws the helmet in frustration. Bob Vargas, like he has done all year, just sitting in the zone and just found the football. Johnson will get the handoff, and he will get a couple yards there. Not the best thing in the world, but that's all right. As you see, Roshan duo. Vic's got 29 yards so far. Johnson with 9. But Johnson does have the touchdown. Back to pass here. Gonna throw that one over the middle to Rogers, and Vegeta's there to make the tackle. We just wanted to make sure he had enough room to catch it. As Vic walks up to the line, take a look at him. Postseason, 87.2 rating, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So it's not been the best in the pass game, but he's been doing all right when it came to running. Johnson will get 3 on the dive. Second down. Alexander is going to move over to the right-hand side, see if we can get something here. As Johnson will juke one man out of his jock strap and get nearly the first down. Toss that out. Johnson will actually cut back up field and he'll get the first down there. So good job there by Johnson to see the pressure on that side was not the way to go. After 1 quarter of play, ball game is tied 7 apiece. Lions and Chiefs locked up after 1. So 1st and 10 now. Ball at the 11. As that'll be Johnson up the gut, and he'll lunge for 1 yard. 2nd and 9 here. Going to go back to pass. Vic's going to launch it, and Roy Williams cannot bring it in. That is incomplete. Alexander might have been open as well over there, but just couldn't get it on that one. Back to pass here. Vic's going to launch that, and that is caught by Ty Streets as he was lined up on that far left-hand side, and Michael Vick found him. So the Lions will take the lead for the first time in the Super Bowl as Vick just launched that one and put it right in the spot where only Ty Streets can get it. That's his first catch for 9 yards and a touchdown. So first down now for the Chiefs as they're looking at trying to make something happen here. I formation as Richardson and Holmes are back there, and Holmes will get the toss. Holmes will get 5 yards there on a good run. Taken down by Tyrone Carter. And they're going to run that one, and that's going to be Holmes all day. He's got 6 there, first down. So they're going to move Kennison in motion here. Jefferson is following. And they will hand that off on the delay. And Holmes is taking off. That's going to be a good 8 yards. Holmes don't have the best speed in the world, but he's got deceptive speed. He can get out there quick. I formation, big package here as they're going to run that one. Holmes is going to run over one guy. Vargas will make the stop. First down, Priest. As they're going to try, or no, they got trips left. Single back. They're going to go back to pass there. That is going to be deflected, knocked down. Fernando Bryant over there. We are glad to have him back. Single back. As they're going to hand that off. Holmes is going to get some good blocking. He'll get some good yards there. 3rd and 4 now. Chiefs trying to see if they can continue this drive. And they will toss that out. That is going to be Priest getting the first down easily. 6 or 7 yards there. We'll try something like this here. Back to pass there for Green. He's going to throw that. It is caught, and we got a flag down. Tony Gonzalez with his first catch of the game as he gets taken down at the 10, but let's see what the hanky says. That is holding on the offense. That'll be a 10-yard penalty, and that'll negate what just happened. So now it's 1st and 20. Ball's going to be about the 47, 48-yard line now. As they're going to move Gonzalez in motion. Back to pass. No, they're actually going to hand that off. As that is going to be Holmes getting a lot of yards. He's going to get 8 there. We have not stopped him much at all today. 2nd and 12 now. Ball at the 38. As Richardson goes in motion. And we'll short drop that one. That's going to be a catch, and he breaks free. That is a touchdown. Trent Green finds another receiver open, and that is Kennison. As that one-step drop was all he needed, and then our defense just fell apart. Green found the hole in the Swiss cheese. .229 left in the half as Johnson's going to get the handoff. We'll run the trap. Johnson's going to break free, and he's going to get all the way out past the 40. That's a big run for that man. Big gain there as he was able to get that, and the trap caused us to be able to cut back. The Chiefs over pursued a little bit, and if Johnson had been able to get out of the tangled mess in the secondary, he'd been gone. So 20 yards now for him. That was a very good play as we'll run one more play there. Johnson now averaging 3.2 yards after that one. That'll be the 2-minute warning though. We'll still run that play, but we'll have to figure out what else we'll do after that. 1st and 10, and hand that off to Johnson. Johnson's gonna get a couple of yards there, not bad. 1.5 minutes left to go. Gonna roll out here on this one, and Vic is gonna have to get out of there. He'll get out of bounds, so 4 yards that time. Where our openings are gonna be in this one, we'll fake the handoff there. Vic is going to head toward the sideline, and he will get out of bounds just past the marker. And we'll see what's going to be the best option. Vic's going to go back to pass. Throw that over the middle. Charles Rogers has got it. It's a 1st down. Back to pass here. Vic will take off for a minute, and he'll get that. We'll call our first timeout. 1:05 left in the half. Vic is going to roll out here. He'll throw that one. That'll be Charles Rogers getting it, and he's shoved out of bounds inside the 10. So 1st down there as we will choose a no huddle. 3 catches, 49 yards for him so far. So 1st and goal now. Looking to see what we got here as that is going to be open, and Rogers cannot handle it. That is okay. Why not do it again? Let's see if we can get Moss to catch here. Maybe a touchdown. Back to pass here. We'll see if we can get Moss, and not that time. Going to roll out here. Vic is going to take it, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. I was trying to actually dive there, and he slid down, but he slid and touched the bag, apparently. As Vic ran right between a couple of defenders, and he was gone. Touchdown, Michael Vick. 7 rushes now for 51 yards, and that's a touchdown for him. Get it. That's going to be the end of the first half. Lions lead this one by 1 score, 21-14 over the Chiefs, as they're looking to see if they can potentially bring home a Lombardi trophy to Detroit. We go to the halftime shows. We take a look at the tale of 2 different teams and 2 different executions. Lions have been balancing between run and pass at 212 yards, while the Chiefs have mastered the pass. 117 yards passing there with 53 rushing yards from a man that just can't be stopped. So Chiefs already starting off big with a touchdown to Kennison, as every time Kennison's touched the ball, it's been a big one. 1 turnover for the Chiefs, and that is the reason why we have a differential in the scores. You see Kennison's touchdown there. He's got 117 yards and 2 touchdowns, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's the player of the half so far. Vic with 67 yards and a touchdown himself, as he's got a number of rushing yards as well. Vegeta has been all over the place with 6 tackles. Dan Wilkinson has a sack, as Michael Vick with 102 yards total passing today with a touchdown, as Vic has been doing everything he possibly can to help this team out and pretty much do what he can to find his receivers. As you see the catch by Ty Streets there for the score on that one to give the Lions a good position, and then they tied up. Kennison goes deep yet again and finds room to get open for a touchdown. Then Michael Vick running and finding the end zone, and that puts the Lions up 21-14 after one half of football, as Michael Vick has just been taking the football into his own hands like he has been doing all season, and hopefully he can continue to do so until we find a winner. As we check out the halftime hero in this game so far, it is going to be Eddie Kennison. 2 catches, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he's touched the ball twice, he's scored twice. So getting ready for the second half of football. Lions will get the ball, so they have an opportunity to possibly increase this lead. We'll see what happens here. Morton Anderson kicks that one deep, and Reggie Swinton is going to get the ball. Let's see what kind of return we got here. Probably nothing. Out to the 24-yard line. First down Lions as we check out the possessions. 15 plays, 80 yards for the first drive. All 3 have been touchdowns, and then the last drive just could be helped as time expired. We had a big carry last time with this play. We're going to run it one more time. See if we can get it. As Johnson's going to run the counter trap, and there's no room at all. That is a big loss. Dexter McClain back there, he had help with Sims. For 2nd and 12 now. We'll go back to pass on this one. We'll throw that. Ty Streets has got it. He's going to lower the shoulder. Stay in bounds. As he found a little room there. He might have stepped out after the marker, though. But there he goes. 3 catches for Moss and Rogers. As Streets has now got a couple of catches. So over 100 yards passing for this team. Been doing good so far. And there is the challenge. As he did step out there, but it was after the marker. So about a 14, 15-yard gain is what they're going to give him.
After review, the player stepped out of bounds. Kansas City will not be charged.
So Kansas City challenged us on that one, and they did get it. So that's going to save them a few yards. But we still got the first down, so that's all that matters. So Ty Streets now 2 catches, 24 yards as we look. Run plays, 23 runs, 13 pass in the game. So it's not really been a lot of pass plays as Johnson finds his O-line melting, so nothing doing there. So 2nd and 12 now on this one. Back to passer. Vick is going to roll out here, and he might have had Rogers open there, but he's going to take it. That'll be a good scamper of 8 yards. So Vick finding some room there. Back to pass here on that one. Uh-oh. Vick has got to get out of there. And he's not going to be able to run fast enough to get away from the lineman. That is going to be a big sack there. As that is Grant Windstrom that come back there, and the entire line just gave out. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. As they're looking to see if they can make this a tie ball game. As that is going to be Holmes who's going to get the carry, but not going anywhere. He's going to get tackled for a loss. Jeremiah Trotter back there. He has been a force to be reckoned with, as I like having him on my team in this game. He is a good free agent to pick up in case you want to get started on a good franchise and have a good piece. 2nd and 11 now as Green's going to move Richardson in motion. Hall and Bowrider out there as well, as they'll toss this out. And that is going to be Holmes only getting a couple that time. Good pursuit by Fernando Bryant to bring him down. That is going to make it 3rd and 9. As Priest has got 10 carries, 54 yards. So good numbers for him. Back to pass here, and Green's going to have to fling that one. That is going to be incomplete. A lot of traffic there. Tried to go to Kennison again, but that's going to be the first time he's targeted and not receiving the football. See if we can run a strong sweep this time and get some openings. This defense is tough to run against, but we'll have to see if we can. As we'll move Alexander in motion. And that's going to be a good toss out there. He's going to get some room and then get jammed up by his lineman. But 3 yards is 3 yards. See if we can get Johnson free here, as Johnson's going to get some good yards here. And he'll plow forward and he'll get nearly everything he needed. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do, but okay. 3rd and 1. And that is going to be a good little handoff there. Johnson's going to get some room. And Johnson's going to find a little more room. Didn't want to run that exact play again to the other side, but hey, it worked. As Johnson had the power there, it put the stiff arm to the man, dropped him down. Fajita over pursued. And he had to be brought down by Wesley there. So we're going to bring in Bryson now. And we're continuing to make the run plays work. 19 carries, 69 yards. And Johnson's longest today is 21 yards. As that is going to be a good handoff. Bryson will get 4 yards. That's what we can ask from him. 2nd and 6 now. Back to pass there. Vick is going to squeak through the line and slide down past the 30. First down, Michael Vick. 1st and 10 now on this one. Ball is inside the 30. As Vick is going to go back to pass, he'll throw that one. Santana Moss has got it inside the red zone. 1st down, and we'll go no huddle. Johnson will get the handoff, and Vegeta is right there watching him. They'll say that's no gain, but I think he might have got half a yard out of it. 2nd and 10 now. Vick's going to fake the handoff there. We're going to launch this one toward Moss. Santana Moss has got it. His D-back got jammed up. Whoa, hold on. They say, did he drop that? Oh, that was out of bounds. Mud fuddle. Back to pass here. Find Moss over the middle, and that is swatted. Good defense there, so the Chiefs prevent the touchdown. So now we got to go for a field goal. So 31-yard attempt here for Jason Hanson, and Hanson should be able to get this one in. That will be straight and true, up, in, and good. 10 plays, 61 yards. Lions stall out at the end, but they do score 3 points. As the Chiefs now are looking at a bit of an uphill climb they've got to start working on. Ball at the 22-yard line. Chiefs looking at 1st and 10. 35 seconds left in the 3rd as Dante Hall goes in motion. Single back here. And that's going to be thrown over the middle, and that is caught. Tony Gonzalez with a snag. Somebody check that man for stickum. What a catch. Chiefs will get one more play before the 4th quarter. High formation. Let's see what Green's got drawn up, and he will hike it at the last second. That is thrown short, and there's a flag down, and there is a man wide open, and that is going to be Dante Hall. He has got a touchdown, but let's see what the flag is. And that is on the offense, so that is going to be backing them up yet again. And that was a snag that got denied. As it is the right end again. He is costing this team right now. 2 big plays that were denied thanks to that man cheating. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Chiefs with the football, but they are looking at a hill to climb. Down by 10, 24-14 after 3. Single back quads that they're looking at. Green's got to see if he can get the football downfield. He'll throw that short. That is going to be deflected. And that was Keith Smith who was in front of that one, as Fernando Bryant was also over there trying to see if he could snag the deflection, but just couldn't get it. Empty backfield this time, Quads, as Tony Gonzalez is out there on the end. He could be a target as well. So that's going to be thrown, and that's going to be Kennison who's got it. He's going to get 13 there, 3rd and 7 now. So it's manageable. And now you see Kennison, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Moss has got 4 catches for 50, as that is going to be Green rolling out. He's going to throw that over the middle, and that is deflected. Boss Bailey in front of it, knocked it down, incomplete. And now the Chiefs have got a punt. We're going to run Fitzsimmons over that left-hand side and see if they're paying attention to what I've been doing, or if they just won't fall for it. So 1st and 10 here, and we're going to run right up the gut. Johnson's going to get 5 yards the hard way. Fitzsimmons will move in motion. Toss this one out, and Johnson's going to lower the shoulder for about another couple. 3rd and 3 now. All right, 3rd and 3 this time. And Vic is going to roll out, and he's got to get out of there quickly. He'll slide down, as we don't need to do anything stupid here. Actually, we'll do this. Back to pass on this one. We'll look for Stephen Alexander. He's going to get it for a good 6 yards. As Vic today, 59% completion, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Why not run the no huddle one more time? And back to pass there. Vic will take off, go up the middle, and pass midfield. 1st down for the Lions, and they will no huddle again. See if we can cause some problems here, as Williams will move over that left-hand side. He's going to toss out. And Johnson tracked down there after a couple yards. Good tackle. 2nd and 8 now for the Lions. Back to pass here on this one. Going to fire that over the middle. That is Santana Moss, unable to reel that in. Oh, that's not what we needed there. We look at Vic's numbers. His main targets have been right over the middle, inside 10 yards. And that he's got 7, 8, 9, 10 completions out of 18 passes. Thank you, stats. Appreciate that. Back to pass here on this one. Gonna fire that one. Rogers has got it. Fujita could not track down the passer there. Since we've been throwing all day, we see the numbers there. Rogers 4 catches now for 64 yards. We'll do the run play now, and Johnson will lower the shoulder and take the hit there. Both guys get him down, but that's 5 yards. That's a good way of getting some yards. So Michael Vick leading his team downfield, and they are doing everything they can here. As Fujita gets laid out, and Johnson with a 1st down. Oh, Johnson trying to send a message. There's 6 more yards. Going to be ball at the 21-yard line. We'll have one more play before the 2-minute warning. But the game is getting out of reach now for the Chiefs. And Bryson's going to get the handoff. He's going to find room. He'll plow through one guy and lean forward. That is going to be near the 1st down, as Bryson has been doing some good running for us off and on throughout the year, as he lowered the shoulder that time and found 9 yards out of that, as Maslowski, the inside linebacker, had to make the stop. So scoring in the red zone, 4 times in the red zone, 3 touchdowns and a field goal, as that is the 2-minute warning. Chiefs with 3 timeouts, they'll be starting to use them here, as that is going to be a good handoff. Johnson blown up though in the backfield, and they'll call timeout. Got to see if we can get that 1st down here. If not, then Chiefs will have some timeouts to work with, as we'll get the handoff there. Johnson can barely get back to line, and they'll call timeout. As Hansen should have this one, and it will be up, in, and good, just a bit to the right. 149 left in the game. 14 plays, 63 yards. Lions tack on 3 more. Chiefs need some big plays, and they need them now. I formation, 3 receivers out there. See what Green can do here. Green going to go back to pass. He'll take off, and he's going to get the first down and try and make a juke move. And that is going to be another timeout for the Chiefs. That is their last. They are going trips left here. Green back to pass. He's looking, thrown over the left-hand side, but in and out of the hands of Tony Gonzalez as he could not hang on. So we know what we're doing for the rest of the game. Parker, Hall, Bowrider, Kennison, and Gonzalez are all out there as receiving options. As Green's going to throw that over the middle, and that is caught. Big catch there. Dante Hall with it. And back to pass again for Green. He's looking. That is going to be a good catch there, but a flag is down. As that is another holding penalty again on number 68. That is his 3rd penalty of the game, and it's every time the Chiefs have something going for them, he gets something wrong. The right guard yet again. As Green now back to pass, he's going to throw this one. Fernando Bryant is in front of it, and he's going to get an interception in the Super Bowl. After being injured for so long, comes back in the playoffs last few games, and he's able to reach up and get an interception. And he'll find a way to be able to aid his team in a victory to make sure that this game is completely over. And here we go. Johnson's going to get the handoff. He's going to plow through one, and he's going to move forward. He'll get a number of yards, but nothing quite what we wanted, as he'll end the day with 90 and some change there. But that is going to be it. The Detroit Lions go in, and they win it all. And Steve Merritt, yeah, you better dodge the bucket. You didn't do nothing. I was doing it. Lions win it all. And they're going to bring the Lombardi Trophy to Detroit, Michigan. Very hard-fought game between these two teams. The Chiefs had some big plays and did a great job doing what they could when they could. But now, the Detroit Lions are going to have their day in the sun. MVP of the Super Bowl is going to be Michael Vick, as he basically carried this team on his shoulders throughout the entire year. Lions are going to go home NFL champions, and because of that, we're going to bring this series to an end. We're going to have the Lions go out and ride off in the sunset, being the Super Bowl champions. They win it all. And it is going to be a great day in Detroit. Lions win it 27-14 final score. So just really glad to be able to bring this one. This series will come to a close. Don't know if I'll do another season with this team or not, but we will see in the future. 361 yards total offense for the Lions, 235 for the Chiefs. Lions controlled the football and had 2 turnovers, and that basically is what won it for the Lions, as they win it by 13 in this game. Winstrom and Wilkinson, the only 2 guys today to get sacks, as Vick ends the day 151 yards and a touchdown, 168 for Green and a couple of touchdowns. Jason Hansen hit both of his field goals in this one, as it was definitely a really good game. Eddie Kennison's going to end the day with 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. Larry Johnson will get 93 yards and a touchdown. Vick with 104 and a touchdown, so nearly 200 yards rushing there between those 2 guys. and that gave this team the much needed distance to be able to win it. As you see Fernando Bryant's interception there that pretty much put the final nail in the coffin and gave the team the win. Lions are your Super Bowl champions here in this game. Michael Vick, the player of the game, as we will check out his final stats right here, as this was a really good game. 101 rating, 11 for 19 for 58% completion, 151 yards and 1 touchdown, while Trent Green, 86-2, 5 completions out of 13 attempts, 38%, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but a lot of his catches, completions were for big yards. Larry Johnson, 30 carries for 93 yards, so 3.1 average. He had the touchdown. Vick also 12 for 104 yards, and he had a touchdown as well. Holmes, 10 for 54 on the day. Bryson, 2 for 13. Green, 1 for 13 on his rush. Receiving wise, Rogers and Moss each with 4 catches there, as neither one of them had a touchdown, though. But Eddie Kennison, though, 130 yards out of 3 catches, 2 of those being a touchdown. Ty Streets, 2 for 24 and a touchdown. Gonzalez, 1 for 17. Hall, 1 for 21. And Alexander, 1 catch as well. Defensively, though, it was Woods that was all over the place. Vegeta had 8 tackles as well, while Woods had 10. Windstrom had 5. Maslowski with 5. And McLean had 4. 3 tackles went out to Warfield, Wansley, Bryant, Lehman, and Vargas, while a couple tackles go to Hicks, Ivy, Sims, Francis, Wesley, Trueluck, Wilkinson, Bailey, and Carter. As we check out, the only 2 guys to get sacks today was Windstrom and Wilkinson, each getting 1 apiece. Interceptions went to Fernando Bryant and Bob Vargas in this one. And then the kicking, it was just Jason Hanson hitting both of his field goals. The longest was the 31-yarder. So again, we're ending this series here, as this was a really good one, really tough one. I'll have to figure out what other team I'll have to try and see if I could bring to the promised land, but it's definitely going to have to be a challenging one. I've got a few ideas what I could do, but we're going to double back and go to a new game or two. So we'll be hoping that you check out the channel, see what new elements that we're going to be doing. Sadly, the Moss Journey had to be discontinued because I had to get a new Xbox, and for whatever reason, the memory on my one file, the main file I was using, it corrupted for whatever reason. But oh well. So I've got a new series I'm going to be doing on All Pro Football 2K8. That'll be sometime in the future. But I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and may God bless you. Thank you.